Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to Stylish Grease Monkey. My name is Chris. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to an episode of me introducing to you my Harley Davidsons. Let me give you a little bit of a background on my Harley Davidsons. So, if you look at my channel, I've had this channel for a couple of years, and most of my videos were focused on my Honda CBR 600RR and my wife's CB 400 as far as motorcycles are concerned. It's because those were the motorcycles I had when I was in Okinawa, Japan. I've owned these motorcycles since 2016. I rode them in Korea. I didn't have my channel back in when I was in Korea, so I didn't took a lot of footage of these motorcycles. I've always wanted Harley Davidsons. In fact, I learned on a cruiser, a Suzuki cruiser, when the first time I rode a motorcycle. It's just that I could not afford them until I was able to afford them, and I bought two motorcycles in one shot. I paid cash for my 2015 Street Glide and cash for this 2011 Heritage, and this video right here is about the 2011 Heritage Softail. When the U.S. Navy took me to South Korea, I was stationed there for 3 years. As soon as I arrived in South Korea, my wife gave me the green light to purchase motorcycles. The reason why I have two is because my wife is also licensed to drive a motorcycle and she rides with me. So we enjoyed these motorcycles when we were in South Korea and rode around all of South Korea. In fact, there was a year in which I decided to ride my motorcycle even through winter, all throughout the whole year, because I wanted to make sure, I wanted to enjoy every single moment, rain, shine, snow, summer, whatever have you, and they did very well. South Korean roads aren't the best for riding any kind of motor vehicle because of the danger. However, once you get the hang of it, in fact you learn a few tricks of how to drive in places like that, and something you don't want to carry with you when you finally arrive back in the United States, because most of it are going to be illegal here. Fast forward 3 years after South Korea, 2018, I departed South Korea and went to Okinawa, Japan. Now Okinawa, Japan, now mind you, this whole time I've had my CBR 600R and that CB 400R with me the whole time as well, and alternated riding to work in South Korea. So when I finally received orders to go to Okinawa for 3 years, I found out that the Japanese laws does not allow you, or it does, it allows you to bring American-made motorcycles there. However, there's a certain year cutoff in which they can exempt you from their JCI, the Japanese compulsory inspection. For these types of motorcycles and the years they're made, those are very, very expensive in Japan. They could cost up to or above $5,000, up to $10,000 even. So I did not want to take that chance, because I've already paid a lot for these motorcycles, and allowed the military to store it for me. 3 years in storage. I was in Okinawa for 3 years. 3 years in storage, and prior to the storage of the motorcycles, I've had to drain the fuel on these motorcycles to make sure that it's like less than a quarter on the tank. To my knowledge, the military was going to take care of my motorcycles. They were crated, they were put on ships, shipped to California for storage there. Fast forward 3 years, and now I'm retired and I'm here in Hawaii. So I've got motorcycles here. I delivered them. The military delivered them for me from California to Hawaii, to my residence here in Hawaii. And when I got them, of course, I wanted to register them so I can get them on the road. And in preparation for getting them on the road, I discovered that the batteries that I've had on here, which is understandably old, didn't work. Surprisingly, my 2015 Street Glide, the battery worked, but when it came to starting the 2011 Heritage, the battery was dead. Two batteries I had were dead. So I purchased a new battery and put it on the bike. But by the time I wanted to start them, the bike did not start at all. The fuel injection system on this bike was not coming on. You cannot hear anything. So per my assessment at the time, that the fuel injection or the fuel pump needed to be replaced. So I took it apart. I took apart because I am mechanically inclined. That's what I do. I took apart the tank, took out the fuel pump, and sure enough, fuel pump has seized. But there were other things that went on with the bike, and the reason why the fuel pump went bad. One is that the fuel filter that was on the bike when I stored it had disintegrated, right? There were like signs of water damage inside the tank. So I am assuming that the military stored them on containers, the crates on containers, and left the container out in the environment because that was the only reason why it would be humid inside those crates and create water pools inside the tanks of these bikes. That's another matter for filing a claim to the government. But in the meantime, I needed to get these bikes on the road, so I ordered fuel pumps from Amazon because the Harley Davidson shop here did not sell just the fuel pump. They sell the whole unit, the fuel pump, the regulator, the lines, everything for $285 as well. I was assessed before taxes. Guys, I am not cheap, but I am frugal, and I can figure things out. So I ordered a $60 part from Amazon. I have modified the in-tank lines because they also cracked and disintegrated to what I think should work, which is a fuel injection rubber line and fuel injection stainless steel clamps. Those are in the tank. I am now waiting for where the fuel pump will be, and I'm hoping that I can take videos of the installation and the starting of this bike, and I wanted to share that with you. But that is the first part of the story of this 2011 Heritage behind me right here. Today I'm going to clean it from front to back, top to bottom, shine the chrome, which is also a little bit corroded from the storage. But she will look like new, she will run like new after I put it in the fuel pump and ready to be registered here in Hawaii. And I will make more videos for you to enjoy, for us to enjoy, of my rides with both of these motorcycles. That's all I have for you today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will try and upload videos 2 to 3 times a week about men's lifestyle, men's style, men's grooming, and of course my motorcycles and my Project Broncos here. So you can keep track, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also leave me a like. The YouTube algorithm loves that when you leave a like, because it tells the algorithm that my videos are being liked and it's being shared. I appreciate it. Till next time, aloha.